Welcome to another episode of Eric Waite Whiskey Studies. I'm a certified sommelier with the Court of Master Sommeliers, a French wine scholar at the Wine Scholar Guild, and a certified whiskey ambassador. And this is one of those occasions in which having a wine background comes in handy because I'm going to be reviewing the Longrow Red. This is the 13. This is a peated Campbeltown single malt Scotch whiskey, and this has been Malbec cask matured. Now they've done a number of different red wine cask matured reds, including this Malbec, Pinot Noir, Cab Franc, Port, and Shiraz. If there's been any others that you know of, just put a comment down below and let me know. So I find wine finished whiskeys to be really interesting to see if I can pick up in the whiskey a sort of a remnant, a shadow of that little wine finish. Shiraz, if you're not familiar with Shiraz, Shiraz is the same grape as Syrah from the Rhone. It's known as Shiraz in South Africa and then in Australia. Malbec is a Bordeaux varietal. It's also known as Cot. However, very little of it is grown in Bordeaux due to a lot of it being wiped out during a phylloxera plague in the 1800s. It then found a new home in Cahors, France, where it's blended with Merlot and Tannat. However, Malbec's ultimate place now is in the Mendoza in Argentina. However, this is from South Africa, not Argentina. So what does Malbec typically contribute? Malbec is a really unique grape. It's purple, whereas a lot of red wines are red or ruby. Malbec is a purple grape, tends to have a lot of blue fruit notes like blueberries. So whereas a lot of other red wines tend to have black currants, maybe blackberry, maybe cherry, Malbec has a lot more of a blueberry characteristic. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if I can see a correlation between a Malbec and this whiskey. But before I go any further, here are my notes, which just so happen to come from the back of the bottle on this whiskey. First distilled in 1973, Longrow is a double distilled, heavily peated single malt produced at Springbank Distillery in Campbeltown. The malt is peat dried for up to 48 hours to give the whiskey a unique Campbeltown style smoky character. Less than 100 casks of Longrow are filled each year. This Longrow Red single malt has been matured for 12 years in bourbon barrels, followed by 15 months in fresh Malbec barriques from the De Toren private cellar in Stellenbosch, South Africa. Only 9,000 bottles at cask strength will be available worldwide. As this whiskey is not chill filtered, a natural haze may form when it is cold, but this will disappear when the temperature returns to normal. The whiskey is bottled at 51.3% alcohol by volume. Alrighty, let's get into it. So every wine cask finished whiskey that I've had always has this little red tinge to it in the color, and this one is no exception. There's a slight almost like a reddish copper color to it, as well as a little bit of gold as well on the nose. Nice. Wow. Medium to medium plus intense aromas. So it's got a pretty good nose on it. It's got a lot going on. I get chocolate covered cherries with that, you know, that sort of that liqueur that's typically inside of them. So it's kind of sweet on the nose. Some strawberries dipped in chocolate. Some vanilla spice. The smoke is really interwoven and surrounding all the aromas. A hint of saltiness, almost like a salty chocolate. Maybe just a little bit of a nuttiness. And then a lot of like nougat and the interior parts of Snicker bars. All right, on the palate. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, that is nice. So I actually did an uncorking of this with Rob, Whiskey in the Six, and I'll put a link to the video we did on his channel, and it's opened up really nice. It's got a real nice development. I like the structure of it, and it's just straight up front, immediately delicious. As you can see, I've got it now down below the shoulder. My impression of this whiskey, from what I remember when we did that uncorking, it has really escalated in character and really improved and really opened up really nice. So it's got some sweetness going on there. It's definitely fruity. I'm trying to think of every candy bar, every chocolate candy bar that I've ever had. It's been a while since I've had any. Whether you're talking Musketeers, Snickers, Milky Way, or if you get a box of See's candies, and some of them, you know, some of the candies will have nuts in them, some will have nougat, some will have you know, cherries in it. It's somewhere in that ballpark of this chocolate covered cherries, but then also a little bit of nuttiness and nougat and all that just deliciousness of candy bars. The smoke is really well interwoven. It's not anything like you know, an Isla where you get a big puff of smoke in the face or in the nose. It's really well integrated. Texturally, it's silky. It's got a really good development. You get something different in the beginning, different in the middle, and different in the finish. I would say up front, you get a little bit more smoked chocolate up front. Then it goes into the candy where you get the cherries and the liqueur and the nougat and the nuts and all that kind of characteristic. And then what finishes is a bit more like caramels and toffees and vanilla, a little bit of spice. Wow. This is awesome. This is awesome. Gonna have to be on the lookout for some of those other bottles. Problem is, these come out, they get bought up, and the prices quickly escalate. So if you see one and you're thinking about buying them, don't hesitate. Buy them. I paid right around $100 for this. I've now seen these for $120 and up if you can find them, as well as some of the other bottles. Absolutely fantastic. What would I give it as a score? I'm gonna go with 93 points. I think this is absolutely superb. I am loving this one. Alrighty, that's it for this review. If you subscribe to this channel, I wanna thank you very much. If you haven't yet subscribed, but you like watching my videos, I would greatly appreciate it. If you subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, cheers. Hey, if you like my review, be sure to check out these other whiskey videos.